Let me tell you what styling is.
For you people.
There's my notes.
So, I've been that concludes our football talk, guys, if you didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I've been low-key, I've been looking for this movie for a long time.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for the movie for a minute. I don't know about you, but like, you know, I listen to a lot of podcasts, check a lot of stuff out. Once upon a time, I did tune to Andrew Schultz a lot. I did, you know, watch Flagrant 2 a lot. So he was in the movie, and he was talking about it for a long time. For like a long fucking time.
Long.
And because he's like, man, I'm in this movie. It's Eddie Murphy, Jonah Hill, and Lauren Linden, and I just, you know, Eddie's the GOAT, man. So like, I clammed up every time I was next to him. Like it's one time, I forget what he said, but like the one time I said something to him, and he just looked at me like, okay, like he's like, I blew it, man. And speaking of blowing it, the two lines you had in this movie, nigga, we could have cut them.
The what?
The two lines that Andrew Schultz did have in the movie, it could have been cut.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that. It was all right. It wasn't that. But I mean, it played its part in the movie. Like it gave you a little depth to what the characters were. But I've been waiting for the movie for a long time since he's been talking about it. I know Kenya Barris has talked about it too. Whatever, I think he's the director of the movie. You know, who does Blackish. And so it's been in the works for a while. I didn't know when it would come out. Like it's had to be like a year of talking about this movie, to be for real.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, for podcast listeners, the anticipation has been building, and it finally dropped. It's been a lot of promo. I saw Lauren Linden on Jimmy Fallon, and a lot of people on a lot of shows. But it's You People. It's on Netflix. It's a movie starring Jonah Hill, Eddie Murphy, Lauren Linden. Matter of fact, let me do that in the right order. Jonah Hill, Lauren Linden, Eddie Murphy.
Why you put the white man first, Monty?
I mean, it's a movie. Jonah Hill, Lauren Linden, Eddie Murphy, Nia Long, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Nigga, you are Elaine. You will be Elaine forever. David Duchovny, nigga, you X-Files. So, X-Files, Elaine.
Nigga, your name is X-Files.
Your name is X-Files, nigga. You know, try to be other shit. So it was casted phenomenally well. Like even because I mean the whole premise of the movie is interracial couple really, and you know, one Jewish side, one black side. You know, so something you've seen this before, nothing crazy. But the way they you just know the black. You know the black like legends and legacy of people. Like you see in Kim Whitley, you like, yo, I know you. Just a small people, like you know who to bring in there. Anthony Anderson was in there. His mama was in there.
Wow.
Anthony Anderson's mama was in there. I saw it. And but you just know who to bring, and I love that. And then the Jewish side thing, you got Ray Perlman from Cheers. Like you have the right people on the right side. Now, shit, black people. Deion Cole's in that bitch, and Deion Cole is a fucking star, yo. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah,
He's been there for mad long, but he's a star. He's funny every time. He did the most subtlest thing. He was there. He had one scene, a couple lines, whatever, here and there, but like he opened it with. Like just I came to the throat shit, but you don't the shit that fucking black people be doing with the fucking air in the fucking throat, and I'm like, that is funny as shit. Like we know that person. Yeah. So I'm like, that's how he opened it, and I'm like, yo, it's amazing, it's phenomenal. I wrote some notes here. You didn't see the movie.
I did not, unfortunately.
What happened?
So Noah is a fucking terrorist.
Yeah.
The nigga didn't go to sleep to 11.
Okay.
And woke up at 4.
He woke up at 4?
What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Go to sleep.
Right.
I tried to watch it last night.
Yeah.
Fell asleep. And the reason why I knew fucking Gemini Man was on, because Noah was fucking up at 4.
Nigga dead.
Pissed.
Goddamn.
After melatonin.
Hey, don't rub on that.
And I was going to watch it today, this morning, after I dropped him off at school, fell asleep. Because you know why? Because I woke up at fucking 4. So no, I didn't see it. I planned on it.
You did plan on it. It was a heavy plan. He's like, I'm gonna watch it. It's gonna be killed. It's gonna be lit. I'm like, all right. I was excited for it. I was like, what's going to happen?
That nigga just doesn't want to sleep ever. I don't get it. Just it's so much fun.
Is he
I look forward to sleeping.
Is he my child? That
nigga just doesn't want to sleep.
Spawn of my
Is he your child? He can stay here.
I'll be up. We was up at the same time. But how many hours does he get? 8 hours of sleep?
Sometimes, if he feels like it.
I don't know what kids get. You know,
kids
what's
are
normal?
supposed to sleep a long time.
They should be, right?
They should be. This nigga's like, no, I'm not gonna do that kid shit.
Spawn of Satan.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so you didn't watch it, so I'm gonna go through this, and you just chime in.
All right.
So
let me. I'm gonna lay down.
Yeah, lay back.
Don't you see me?
No, just lay back. Just lay back in that center square. Don't lay down. I mean, you can stay like that if you want to. You look weird. You're like a damn doll right now, just perched up. So this is a. Let me start with this. This is a good movie. This is a really good movie. It's not Oscar worthy, but like it was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. I watched it twice.
Oh wow.
That's probably why I was like, yo, you know, watch. I watched it twice. I watched it yesterday, like last night too, at 11 o'clock actually.
Lucky you.
When you thought you had time.
Yeah.
When you thought you had a friend. So yeah, man, I watched it twice. I enjoyed this movie. I watched it the second time just for notes, really, but like I enjoyed the movie a lot. And Jonah Hill, we just talked about The Sitter a second ago.
I was looking at my notes.
I'll wait.
I was looking at my notes.
I'll wait.
I want to be in the conversation, so I was looking at my fucking notes.
I'm fucking with you. I remember when fucking teachers would be there. I'll wait.
I used to do that.
I'll wait.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, bitch, we still talking.
Yeah, I used to do that.
Oh, you?
Yeah. Them kids don't give a fuck.
They ain't give a goddamn.
All right, nigga.
All right, nigga, wait till
and I'll talk, nigga.
Wait till the end of the goddamn period, nigga. Shit.
Yeah.
I got other thing to do. So I'm doing my other work in my other class right now. Shout out to my 8th grade, yo. Like we terrorized.
When I was 12,
we terrorized that substitute, man. Like it was bad for that nigga, yo. I felt bad for him.
How long was he a long-term sub?
I mean, I was. We had. Let's say that was a Memorial, nigga. It was a bad place.
Mm-hmm.
We had 9.
The bad place.
We had 9 like fucking teachers, nigga. Like in one class. Like it was like we never had it. And then he came there for a long time. It was like, oh, this nigga must be here for real. Mm-hmm. And at that point, I was just fucking playing grinding on the goddamn tables. I'm like, yo, fuck you, nigga. Nigga, we just over here freestyling in the fucking classroom, nigga. Remember, you see that everybody hates Chris meme, whatever, with the fucking the boombox?
Yeah,
that's what we was. We was that for a long time. Shout out to Andrew. Damn, I remember these niggas. Andrew, and some other niggas. I don't
Terrence, Clarence.
Some real good parents.
Thank you. I'm glad you got it.
It was a good movie, man. And Jonah Hill fat. I've come to appreciate more. Mm-hmm. Well, I love Jonah, like early fat Jonah Hill in The Sitter, but this new fat Jonah Hill,
he just fat up top.
He just fat up top. Like he's small. He's not sloppy.
Nah.
You know, he just big. You know, he's going through life. He was the skinniest in that Leonardo DiCaprio movie, Wolf of Wall Street. He was skinny in that.
Yeah.
He looked kind of weird there. And I think the Moneyball with Brad Pitt, he was skinny too. But it's him. Sam J is like his best friend basically. It opens up with these niggas talking like it's black screen and niggas is podcasting. Mm-hmm. so my mom thank God she didn't spoil this for me whatever because people be thirsty to fucking watch these goddamn movies and shows nowadays whatever and it has nothing to do. Not saying that she's that person but like people be watching stuff early. I'm like, yeah, I watched it. It was great. I'm like, God damn, it just came out. Give me a time. So I watched it. Thank God nobody spoiled it for me. And mom was like, I think you love it. I'm like, yeah, I bet I will now. To my podcasting. Like they opened up with podcasting with all this equipment and shit. So I'm just consuming that first. I'm like, so I had to rewind a couple times the first time. I'm like, yo, I'm missing jokes because I'm like, yo, these niggas is podcasts. Niggas really brought this to the forefront of movies of like, yo, this is just part of the gig. Mm-hmm. And then the music was fire. And I'm like, yo, it's too much data.
Too much stimulation.
I'm like, yo, music is fire. It's slap. It's in LA. which Elliot always looks nice on TV.
Yeah.
But
I got the files. Oh fuck.
Elliot looks nice on TV, and then Lauren Linda's fine fucking ass. I'm like, yo, you just still fine. R.I.P. Nipsey, but you still fine.
Yeah.
Like just fine. And I'm like, and she's acting. She was really doing a great job in this shit. But it opens up them podcasting, Jonah Hill and Sam J, and even on the soundtrack on Spotify, there's
they
like
have a soundtrack for it.
they have a soundtrack, but not like the original, the score of the movie.
Before I look it up, is it worth looking it up?
Yeah, but like the score, it's a score of the movie. It's not the songs played in the movie. Like it's like the backdrops basically for the most part.
Okay.
But like there's like 5 segments on there where it's actually snippets of the podcast. Which is kind of fire. Yeah, I'm
Got
like it opens up with like snippets of the play the first one.
Uh,
And put it to the mic. Is it playing?
Yo, welcome to the Mo and Easy show. I'm Mo, and to my left is my favorite Jew with nothing to do, my boy Easy.
So they had like 5 of these.
Hello, Obama.
I do not. Who's that?
Asshole, you do. Cut it out, man.
Barack Obama, right.
Of
Just hit me.
course.
Just hit me.
Barack
Yes.
And this is how this
Hussein,
movie
which, by the way,
opens.
is the coldest middle name in the game.
Yeah.
That's like if my middle name was Gambino Crime Family. It's just gangster. Come on, man.
I mean, he smoked Newports.
Newport.
What else are you going to say? The president of the United States was smoking Newports. I'm like, this is my guy.
Bro, has to be. He's smoking the preferred cigarette of crackheads across the globe.
The preferred cigarette of crack as opposed to girl is funny. But it opens up like that basically, and like there's like 5 snippets in there. And Sam J is just great, man. I enjoy her but I only enjoy her as like a side piece. And I think there's a lot of people like that in life, to be for real. Yeah, macaroni. Like you bring something to the dish. We don't need you to be the full dish. Because she had her own show, and I don't know how successful that was. But every time, even when she was on Wine and Weed, R.I.P. Wine and Weed, even when she was on Wine and Weed talking that race shit, whatever, I'm like, you bring something to everybody. And she was a great supporting comedic relief in this whole movie. Kenya Barris, just have a cameo real quick, whatever, because of course you got to be in the movie. Mike Epps, man.
Mike Epps.
Put respect on this nigga's name.
That's my favorite comedian.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
100%.
The whole way through.
That's just my personal favorite comedian.
I think there's like a little a part for me. The stand up for me, like the couple stand ups where like he don't write nothing.
I know that's his only. Yeah.
So I mean, we've gotten used to it, but he don't write nothing. So he never really gonna be up there with the greats. But his like uncle persona,
hilarious.
You can't beat it, man. Like him next to Eddie Murphy is just like, it was amazing to me. And Eddie Murphy was for the most part playing the straight guy of just like, he was kind of just being serious for the most part. He had his jokes in there, but and I like Eddie Murphy serious though. Like I like his serious kind of comedic kind of comedy jazz. Like he don't gotta be Martin Lawrence. He don't gotta be going crazy the whole time. I like him. I probably like his serious more than most actors. Like I mean, probably more than Jim Carrey. Like I like his serious, but Mike Epps next to Eddie is just beautiful. Like Mike Epps is fucking. He had maybe 3 scenes and killed it the whole time. Jonah Hill came up there at the wedding reception or the day before, and he's like, "Oh, this is what's his name? Ezra. Ezra was his name in the movie. He's like, "Oh, this is Ezra." Spoiler, but no, this is Ezra. He's like, "Oh, Ezra, I heard a lot about you." He's like, "Okay." He's like, well, Lauren Lynn is what's her name in the movie? Amira. Amira is introducing. He's like, "Oh, this is my uncle. Sorry guys, you gotta be nice." And Mike Epps was like, "Are you sure you want to leave me here?" Like this white boy, like we about to swipe him. He looking like a credit card right there. They look like Amex right there. So he had all the jokes, and just his persona, just him being is funny. Shout out to Taco. I don't know if you know what Taco is.
I know what a taco is.
You know the band The Internet.
Oh yeah.
So he's a part of the Internet.
Oh.
Interesting. You watch Dave?
No, but I know it's
with Lil Dicky.
Yeah.
So he's in that. He's like the producer in that. His rap name was Taco. I don't know his real name. He's actually their brother and sister. I don't know if they're twins or not, but he's brother and sister with Sid. Like they're
Sibling
siblings.
Taco.
Sid and Taco. They're siblings. But he's in it and just killing shit, whatever. It's like, so, oh yeah. First of all, it's Jewish and Muslim. Let me not put just Jewish and black. It's Jewish and Muslim. Amira, her family's Muslim. Eddie Murphy's Muslim. Everything. Nia Long, the whole family's Muslim.
So that's where I have my notes from, because I went to a Jewish high school, so a lot of people I follow are like, like
synagogues and all that.
Jewish.
Yeah.
Like them niggas bagels and all that shit.
Right.
So this girl was like
Made a
snapping.
bagel.
Yeah, this girl was snapping. But go ahead, continue.
Oh, I thought you had more.
Oh no, she was just talking about how hold on. In the new film, You People, Eddie Murphy's character is a member of the NOI and a Farrakhan
Nation of
follower.
Islam.
Whoa, can I read?
What word is this?
Something his new Jewish in-laws are meant to learn to accept. Not to mention, Jews are portrayed as simply white privileged people. The fact that Jonah Hill co-wrote this is disturbing testament to the ignorance of Jewish celebrities to the current climate.
Oh, this is a review.
This is
This is Rotten Tomatoes.
yeah, them niggas are serious. And here's an uncomfortable truth. Anti-Semitism has been normalized in certain parts of the black community by the Nation of Islam and the Black Hebrew Israelite movements. Niggas don't really fuck with the black Israelites like that.
We don't.
Because them niggas is weird.
Yeah.
Them niggas, if you got a megaphone at Love Park, nigga, go home.
Them niggas was all cast in The Last Dragon.
Yeah. Like, them niggas are just too extreme. It's
Yeah.
like, nigga, relax.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Niggas is crumping before crump was happening. So, no, I can't speak to the Jewish faith or whatever, but like, Jonah Hill in this movie, at least, he's portraying like he has a Jewish family. He's doing all the things. I know these people. You people.
Hi.
He said it. I know these type of people that just like, yeah, my family's religious, but I'm not really. I go there because like it's my family and
Yeah.
I fuck with them. But like, I like bacon. I like hip hop. Like this is where I'm at. So I think he's coming from that stance. So like when she said like it's just kind of based around white privilege. Like I could see that being irritating, but if it's coming from a person that's not really religious, like that's kind of how you would look at that landscape a little bit. But what do you call it? It's Jewish and Muslim. Eddie is clearly on the side of like, it's difficult. Not to say he's not racist per se, but he's like
anti-Semitic. You're saying
anti. Like, well, I'm gonna just say racist because he really wasn't talking about this guy being Jewish. He was really just referring to being a white boy, and he just wanted his, I mean, from the beginning, he's like everybody here looking like Bruno Mars, everybody mixing shit. Like, I'm where the dark skinned motherfuckers at, and so he's kind of just on his like his people type time, and I think he just the whole time he has an issue. We've seen this movie time and time again, like, you're not good enough for my daughter and all this stuff, blah, blah. But he was given the blessings, like, you could try, because, like, he just felt like, I don't think he knew his daughter as much as he should have. Like, he's like, you could try to marry her, man, she ain't gonna be up for it. She's like, yes, I'll marry her, I'm down, like, she's down with it. And I love, first of all, this is a problem, I write notes and don't look at them. I love that they opened up with, not opened up, but, like, because they play some fire music, but once, spoiler alert, Ezra working for a law firm, not law firm, but he's a broker, and catching the Uber, going. You saw that part of the film, but catching the Uber, mistakenly gets into Lauren Linden's car, and but the person that is actually Uber looks just like her, and she's like, oh shit, that's crazy, whatever. So they start talking. First of all, this is like this part of the movie is probably the only like far-fetched part of the movie. Yeah, it's like you get in my car screaming, what the fuck? That's cool. He's like, oh, you're my Uber. There's no explanation in real life. Get the fuck out of my car. Yeah. There's no explanation. There's no, hey, I know my way around. I could, I'm sorry for the mishap, but I could show you around. She's like, all right. Oh, I can't be late. Don't kill me. None of this happens in real life, but it's a movie. Suspend your disbelief, and it's all good. But that's how they met, and they've been kicking it, the whole time. Blah 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 for 6 months. Brings her to Amira. Ezra brings Amira to Ezra's family, Jewish family. His mom is played by Elaine. That's her name. played by Elaine. She fucking smoked this whole movie, dog. I don't care. She smoked this shit. Whether she really racist or not, is to be determined. But like, she smoked this role because she really played the role of just the subliminal racist.
Yeah.
The not even racist, but like the I'm not racist.
I'm not racist. I have black friends.
Yeah, and so she was kind of like just trying to play that thing the whole way through. Let me actually look at my notes for real because I wrote this down.
Yeah, write that shit. I mean, read that shit.
Read that shit, girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, girl, read that motherfucking shit, girl.
What did I say? There's a scene where she sang "Rise Up."
What?
The Andre Day song. She's like, I love this song. She has a mirror in the car seat. Not car seat. She ain't no kid.
Wow, she's Sunder? Get in the fucking
Well,
car seat, nigga, girl.
She has a she has a mirror in the passenger seat, whatever. Because he's trying to like maybe we just gotta bond with each other's parents, whatever, and see if we could. So like Jonah Hill and Eddie Murphy go to the basketball court, and he brings him. First of all, it's a I'm all over the place, but like there's like a back and forth between Niggas in Paris and Rise Up. Jonah and Eddie are in the car riding, playing Niggas in Paris, and fucking Jonah's like, oh, I fucking love this song, yo. It's fucking provocative. It keeps the people going. And I'm like, that was good. I like that. And Eddie's being stupid, where it's like, yeah, it's a good song. So what do you like about the song? Oh man, it's just provocative, man. It's great. It's a good song. It's a good beat. He's like, oh man, he's like, man, I like this song. It's a good song. I was like, man, I forgot the name of the song. What's the name of the song? It's like, oh man, I think it's In Paris. She's like, oh, it's like somebody's in Paris or who's in Paris? He's like, oh man, Midnight in Paris.
Midnight in
Now,
Paris.
if you a real nigga and don't know that that's a movie. You could be sensitive to be like, you calling niggas midnight because we dark like midnight. No, it's a movie. He's like, Midnight in Paris. He's like, I don't think it's midnight. It's like a pack of my pals in Paris.
Back of my pals.
So that shit was funny. And then the flip side is Elaine and Lauren Linden rolling around and trying to bond, and the mom and Eddie's driving and Elaine's driving like two separate cars, so it's kind of their time, and they driving, and she's like, Rise Up comes on, she's like, oh, I love this song.
Yeah.
She turns it up, she's like, Rise Up, and I'm like, yo, and there's a line in there that is a real line. I don't know why, and there's a line that she knows. She's like, pretty Jewish feet, and I'm like, why does it say pretty Jewish feet? I had to look that up. I still didn't get an answer. I got the OnlyFans. That's what happened when I was typing pretty Jewish feet. So
That's hilarious.
but anyway, to back it up again, whatever, they go to the house, and David Duchovny, X-Files nigga, and Elaine sit on the couch and talking it up, and they just, it's kind of like you just can't help. And I think it's funny to us because we know these people of just like,
Real quick, can you turn my headphones down a tad?
you can turn them down. You got the volume.
Which one?
The one that says 1 or whatever. Try that one.
Which one do I do?
How about that? Is that good?
Oh yeah, it's
All
perfect.
right, cool. Yeah, you got the controls, man.
Yeah, I had a headache
I-
the
I
entire
listen-
time, and I just had to deal with it.
I listen. I'm not trying to force you to go deaf, nigga.
Listen to this shit right now, the way I want to hear
Right.
you say it. Book, book.
No, you have controls for you for
Okay,
that
cool.
for that reason.
Oh, perfect.
I just make sure you can hear things. You don't got to be loud.
Yeah, that's cool.
Anyway, they're but we know these people of just like, we know you black, so we want to prove that we're down.
Yeah,
It's cringe.
it's annoying.
It's cringe. So the whole time it's a great scene, but the whole time she's like, oh, okay. I mean, even when she opened the door, she's like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. First of all, I get it. I get that part. On white, and
Bitch ass bitch. White bitches.
when white dusty bitches,
yeah.
and I gotta say dusty bitches, like not the Kim Kardashians of the world, but like dusty white bitches. I could see why when you see, because like Lala's in here and Nia Long, like they know, black people just know how to look good, and I think we have to. So like the makeup, the foundation, everything is right. Everything with the eyes and nails, everything is where it's supposed to be. I think dusty white bitches wake up and just go outside. So they be amazed. Like Lauren London looking regular, but she's looking black girl regular.
Yeah.
So she got a braid, sleep down, baby hair, all that stuff, like skin glowing. So, oh my God, you're so gorgeous. Oh my God. This chain, is that your name in there? Oh God, the nails. Oh my. It's like, and Joan's like, oh, you want to look at her feet too? What the fuck is wrong with you? But she's like, oh my, the hair, like they just look at you like a costume.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they were trying to portray. And there's the moment where they cross the street from Chase was like, yeah, I just I don't know. I just love black. So what she said, I was like, yeah. One thing I'm gonna say, the black cops. She's like, about the cops, and Jones like, okay, no. And he's like, oh no. He's like, yeah. I just think they're fucked up. Against black people. It's like nobody's asking you about this.
Yeah.
At all. There's even a scene where like they're going to get a spa day or whatever, and white girl comes in, passes them, and then Elaine is just like, I'm so sorry for that. And Lauren, like, what happened? I'm so sorry that this happened. It's like, what happened, girl? What the fuck happened? It's like, did you see that? Like that was a racism. Like the white people just went past you, and I'm sorry you got to deal with this all the time. And it's just like, maybe she had an appointment before us. Like it's not that serious. And then come to find out, she goes to the reception. She's like, Miss, I'm a mother-in-law to a African-American woman, just being all the Karen in the world. I'm a mother-in-law to an African-American woman, and I think this is disgusting. And the reception like, wait, what are you talking about? And then the girl that just went back there just came back like she just getting ready for work. Yeah, she worked there too. So she's like, oh, and her name was Shelly in the movie. She's like, Miss Shelly, let's take a walk, Miss Shelly. There's a scene where Nia Long, fine ass, she getting old though. It's like it's evident. And shout out to my mom. Black women just know black women. She's like, the reason she look old because she ain't got short hair no more. When that long hair make you look old. And I'm like, that's interesting. Cause I used to love her on like Fresh Prince, like the short hair Nia, short hair Hallie, top tier. Yeah, top tier. Can't say nothing wrong about that.
What was her name in Fresh Prince again?
Lisa.
Yeah,
Lisa.
Oh yeah, Lisa.
You gonna do that? There were some amazing lines in here. But that's what I was trying. I might have confused that. They opened like after they met, whatever Jonah and Lauren met, whatever they put on. Last time that I checked, I'm like, I like put Nipsey right after that moment. Let them know like we ain't fucking around. This is Nipsey. It's L.A. Let me actually read my shit. There's a Sam J and Jonah back and forth, whatever. He's like, man, he's just being sensitive. And there's a breakdown of like, she's like, you got to stop being like Take Care Drake. You got to start being CLB Drake. And I was like, I like that analogy. He's like, you not even Take Care. You views Drake. You got your feet. He's like, I got my feet dangling in the sky, looking for love. So they had the lines in there. But I had that whole podcast aspect I had to take in. But there's a line that Eddie Murphy's just simple shit is funny, man. He said something because she was like, "Yeah, oh, I got a smoothie." He's like, what's that smoothie? He's like, "Oh, it's some bee pollen and some other stuff like bee pollen. They ain't got butterfly dust." Like, like little shit like that. He could still kill stuff, but she was cringeworthy. She says like, "Oh, was it a mirror?" What? No, she said, "What is it? A mirror? A mirror." This is white people for you. Yeah. Don't try to sound your name out. Jalen. That's how you spell. That's how you say that. A mirror. It's like it's not that hard. It's like it's a mirror. It's a mirror. But she was putting on her jewelry, nails. She want to prove that she's not racist so bad.
So
though.
when white people try to prove that they're not racist,
it
just makes you look much more racist. It's
lying it all.
Terrible.
Just trying to impress. Like, oh yeah, she's like, because they have a cleaning lady, whatever, who's clearly not white. They're like, oh yeah, so and so, she's Guatemalan, but we're like sisters. Or like, she basically just here for, we hang out all the time. She's like, and Joan's like, I'm sure she's not doing your work for free. Like, she's not your sister. Like, shut the fuck up. She just wants to think she's like so like progressive, and she's not. She keep bringing up black people that David Duchovny was funny as shit too. He's like, because after they go to the kitchen, whatever, Joan's like, I gotta talk to you, mom. Like, kind of fuck down. And David Duchovny is with there. He's like, He's like, I like your braids. First thing is you ever see what the fuck is going on? He's like, I like your braids. And she was like, he's like, oh, thanks. I appreciate that. She was being real polite.
Yeah.
So I think she's like, you know, Exhibit? It's like Pimp My Ride. That was a great show.
Oh,
I
my
love that
gosh.
shit, man. You remember? It was like, and then she's like, yeah, Exhibit was great. She's like, do you work with him in your showbiz thing? Is like, why do you think we know everybody? I don't know Exhibit. He's like, what's he still doing? He's still in the rap game? Like, you don't
my
know this
gosh.
nigga. And then, you know, Jonah comes back from the kitchen and just hears this nigga playing John Legend on the piano. We're just ordinary people singing everything. He's like, well, he said, we're just ordinary. He's like, ain't that the truth? He's going back and forth, and he's like, I'm sorry. His sister's gay, whatever, and shit. So that was kind of funny because she saw her. She's progressive, but she saw her, and she's like, oh, hey. And Julia's like, oh, she's taken, relax, like just blowing up the whole spot. Like she has just no self-awareness whatsoever. Then she was like, yeah, I love, I don't know if she's talking about, she's like, yeah, LA, you know, I love my Magic Johnson. I was like, yo, I was dead. He's like, my Magic Johnson. Like, there's a lot of subtle shit like that. Eddie Murphy's fucking phenomenal actor though. I love him being serious. Jonah Hill wants to marry Lauren, of course. You know, after 6 months. And you know, and first of all, Sam J, he shows Sam J the ring. She's like, this is a small ass ring, nigga. Like, goddamn. He's like, yeah, it's small. I'm gonna just say it's my Holocaust ring. You can't beat the Holocaust ring. It's like,
That's funny as shit.
he was like, yeah, true. You might go with the Hulk. You might need the Holocaust box, nigga. Dirty that shit up or something like that. So he goes to the parents to meet them and see what's going on. And Eddie's like, yo, so do you just you just hang around in Crenshaw, or like just to hang out and see people, or do you being here? And he's like, that's a fair question. He's like, that is a fair question, whatever. So he just starts going off the rails, confessing his love and shit. And he just takes the words, I'm gonna go try to find our waitress, goddamn. And he comes back and he's like, yeah, so our waitress will be here in a second. She was upset. And she just interrupted her smoke break. But his timing is fucking impeccable. There's a line. This is a line that's the funny shit to me the whole time, because now they're in the family meeting family. You know, parents meeting parent at the dinner table. He has his kufi from Farrakhan. So he brings up Farrakhan, and Jonah is like, oh, I love Farrakhan. And Eddie's like, really? And then, yeah, even Elaine is like, really? You love Farrakhan? Because, you know, he said some shit about the Jews.
Yeah, Jewish niggas don't fuck with Farrakhan.
No, at all, whatsoever. You know, probably rightfully so. I remember what they said. But, yeah, and she's like, what? He's like, yeah, I just like, I like a whole lot of stuff about him, man. I just like his vibe, you know? Like, you know, he feels like a no frills kind of guy, just like, don't take nothing. And Lauren's like, okay, just stop. He's like, okay, I'm gonna stop. And then he's like, yeah, think about this kufi, you know, my crown it was from Farrakhan. And he's like, do you know about Farrakhan? Talking to Elaine, just like, it's like, I know what he said about the Jews. And then he's like, all right, dinner time. Go to the dinner table, talking, and then they get into the, like, you know, the Holocaust versus slavery shit, whatever, which is, you can't win.
Who's arguing
win.
this?
I don't know how it came
to
up.
argue this?
I think they were talking about like boats or whatever, and like Eddie was like, you know, niggas with water, like we don't fuck with water and boats,
Yeah.
you know. And Elaine was like, you know, yeah, kind of like us with trains. And
Damn.
yeah, it went there real quick, and I'm like, oh shit, gloves is off.
Yeah.
And then Eddie's like, you not comparing the Holocaust to slavery, are you? And she's like, no. And then she was like, but if you think about it, you know, we got a similar struggle. And he was like, oh, so you are kind of comparing.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, oh shit, about to go crazy. You know, Jonah and Lauren are in the table. They just in the front, like we are right now, talking. And I'm be out at 3:30.
No, we good.
And they're going back and forth talking, whatever and shit. And there's a point where, like, you know, I think Nia made a good point, which people might have missed it, because he's like, yeah, she's like, because Julie's like, it's not like we don't work hard for our stuff. Like, we work hard to be. He's like, yeah, but it seemed like your 1% is doing really good, better than us. And David goes like, "I work hard, man. He's like, yeah, my husband's a podiatrist," and Nia's like, "Oh, you're a podiatrist. Like, what did your father do?" He was a podiatrist. Like, what did your grandfather do? He was a podiatrist.
Yeah.
It's like you don't even gotta work that hard. You can. It's fucking nepotism. Like you're good. And I think we missed that point. And she's like, yeah. It's like, can you prove whatever? Blah blah. And she's like, oh yeah, I can prove. It's like, honey, get my purse. Can you get the slave receipts? Slave receipts had me on the floor.
Right.
It's like, can you get the slave receipts? And they just going back and forth, and that was just a sparring. And I'm like, yo, this is great. This is what it's gonna be. And then of course that brings Lauren and Jonah to their apartment. Like, that was a long day. They start getting into it, and she was like, yeah, I want to actually get, like, I think it was called an imam, maybe imams. I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's like their version of a rabbi.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, he's like, okay, Mr. Shakur, when did you get so Muslim?
Yeah.
He's like, you just ate bacon last night. She's like, yeah, I eat bacon. So what? You eat bacon? He's like, yeah, I don't complain to be so Jewish. Like,
Yeah.
So they going back. She's like, you know what? I'm not gonna let's relax. Let's go through it. I feel like every couple has like that fighting moment before the wedding.
Yeah.
Like before, like setting stuff up. Like, I don't even know why y'all do that, but like I feel like that happens often.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, they speed through all that. Now they're on there. I do like a lot how well paced this shit is though. Like, it's really well paced. They moving around. Let me go back to when Eddie was with Jonah, show him in the hood. He's like, oh yeah, you say you play at Langston Hughes basketball court, right? Let's hear it. He's like, I couldn't find it anywhere. I asked everybody that knew everybody. Nobody heard about that shit. He's like, yeah, that Google's been kind of weird lately. But he brought some Park and Crenshaw or something like that. He's like, yeah, you want to get a run? He's like, man, it's a lot of people. He's like, hey, can my man get a run? He's like, yeah, come through. He's like, all right, so. And he started filming and shit. He's like, you film? He's like, you don't have to. He's like, yeah, I want to.
Who, Eddie said that?
No, that's what Eddie's just watching and filming. He's like, and Jonah's like, you don't have to film. He's like, yeah, no, I want to. It's for me. And he's filming this shit. He's getting fucked up on the ground for a second, but then he start going crazy, start dribbling and shit. Scoring on niggas. At the end of the day, niggas gave him his shoes. Like, yo, this nigga, you that nigga. and the whole time, every time he like a high, hitting a three, whatever. Cause like he like juked on the nigga. He was like, bye bye. And just fucking stopped. And Eddie was like fucking hiding his phone and shit. He brought him to a fucking barbershop. That scene was funny. Anthony Anderson's barber. Everybody got blue in there. He got a red hoodie on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is already. He sit down. White black guy was like, yo, white cuz.
Yo, white cuz.
And Jordan started looking at Eddie like, is he talking to me? He's like, nah, I'm not white cuz. So that's how Eddie was his whole movie, just subtle like that, with just jokes. And he's like, so yeah, that color, you trying to take the hoodie off? And yeah, take the hoodie off, nigga. And he's about to take it off, and he's like, you sure you want to take that hoodie off? I mean, after that, man, you don't know what else are gonna ask you to take off, man. He's like, you don't be their bitch, like, it's like he was really getting into it. He's like, oh shit, what should I do? He kept the hoodie on. So he was like, just the whole time he was just trying to like fuck with him, like, you don't belong with black people type shit.
Yeah.
On that time, and Eddie was just, Jonah was just sucking it up because like, I love your daughter, and they go to bachelor parties. Like, yo, man, I can't wait to get in this. They on the plane. Him and Sam J's like, yo, I can't wait to get lit, man. Like, I just need to take a break from his family and all this stuff, But Eddie comes through on the plane, sits next to him. He's like, hey, fuck. He's like, hey, man, what's going on? He's like, I just figured I'd just join you on your bachelor party, man. Just don't think about me. It's like, just fucking up his whole plan.
Yeah.
Taco comes through. He's like, hey, my son's here. He's like, what's up, nigga? And sits down. He's like, why?
Who was his son?
His son is Taco.
I thought you said Tiger. I was like,
No.
Tiger was his son?
I mean,
West Coast.
should have been Tiger. Taste. So they all sit down. He's like, why you on this plane? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go there and try to fuck. I just want to make sure he had no fun. He's like, I like that plan. Let's fuck with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but Eddie's sitting next to Sam J, who was a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Gay at all, but she a woman. And her name was Mo in the show. He's like, oh man, what's your homeboy name? But go off the panel. Like, what's your man name? And she's like, I'm Mo. I got titties. Every line is like, oh shit. I was like, oh my bad, man. I mean, ma'am. Just
Yeah.
And he talked to Taco, who plays the son, whatever. He's like, did you know Mo was a girl? He's like, yeah, she got. He's like, did you know Mo had titties? He's like, yeah, it's on her chest. So it was it was a good movie, man. And they go to the bachelor party. This is where we see some little bit of Andrew Schultz and Brian Greenberg, yo. Now, if you ever watch How to Make It in America, that's that nigga. And I ain't seen him since How to Make It in America. That shit got canceled a long time ago. But I'm like, I thought it was the Chris Stefano, whatever. I thought it was that nigga, but it was Brian. I'm like, it's Brian Greenberg. Look at you looking good. I'll fuck with you. So, you know, they show all their white people friends, whatever, and they go to the strip club. They fucking doing blow, doing cocaine, and all this shit, whatever. And Ezra just sitting with Eddie, just like, you know, sitting there looking plays like, and Eddie's like, so let me get this straight. All your friends do coke. Everybody you know does coke, but you don't do coke. He's like, yeah, man, it's kind of tearing us apart to be honest. So they had the strip club, just doing bumps and all this shit, whatever, and just, you know.
So he does do coke.
No, he's knowing that he's just sitting there like this with his fucking hands full. And then his man, you know, who's coked out, looks over to him. He's like, "Yo, Ezra." He's like, "Yo, we need some more. Yo, call your guy." And Eddie's like right next to him, and so Jordan look at Eddie's like right behind him. He's like, "Yo, what the fuck?" He's like, "Can you call your guy?" He's like, "Yeah, your coke guy. Call your coke guy. We need more cocaine." He's like, "I don't have a coke guy. You guys are really fucked." He's like, "No. Yeah, last time you were here, like you shit your pants. you know, from cocaine use." He's like, "Get your coke guy." And then the coke guy comes up. He's like, "Oh," he's like, "Ezra, that's the guy. That's the guy I was telling you about." He's like, he puts his hands out, and Eddie's like, "Yeah, it says coke guy on his knuckles."
That's funny as shit.
And then he's like, "Ezra, thank you for the." He must have been Columbia. He's like, "Ezra, thank you for the edible arrangements." Throws a big ass bag. He's like, "Here you go." Throws a big ass bag of coke in his lap. And he's like, "There's a lot of coke right there." He's like, "Yeah, it's He's like, "Did you really shit your pants off of coke?" He's like, "I did shit my pants. It was bad, but it wasn't coke. It was Chipotle." So it was fun. They did that. There was like a girl trip moment with Young Miami's in this bitch too.
In your Miami, and I can't remember that. Pee on me, nigga.
Did I send you that shit with
What?
the Young Miami talking like, you know, the animation nigga Ace Vane? That nigga's funny. But he be doing like the animation, whatever, and it was like Young Miami talking to some other girl, whatever, and like it was animation. It's like you smell that? It smell like pee. She's like, yeah, that's me. I smell like pee.
What?
Like, why you smell like pee? He's like, I like getting peed on. He's like,
Oh
what you
my-
mean? You like getting like? He's like, I like going to showers. Like you like they melt the tub down, and she's
Oh
like,
my gosh.
no, I like getting peed on. So she was in there, and Lala was in there. That was a funny moment. So they're like, "Oh, a black girl. Oh shit, girl, what's going on? Whatever, you know how black girls get together."
Yeah.
And then Elaine comes in with her white ass and her daughter, and like, "Hey guys, hey girls," and everybody like, "Who this white bitch?" And like, this is the mother-in-law. It's like, "Oh wow, good to meet you." Whatever. It's like, you guys look so beautiful, so gorgeous. Lala got a tattoo on her right side of her chest, whatever, like, RIP something. It's like, so I love your tattoo. Oh my god, like what did that say? She's like RIP blue bug, some shit, like, She's like, yeah, that's my heart. And she's like, why did you get it over? And Joe's like, Mom, shut the fuck up. Just let him be. I'm like, yeah, bitch, your heart is on your left side of your chest. So yeah, it's my heart. Like it was a lot of good writing. I'm gonna give them that. But yeah, they were out there. There was the moment it was kind of cringeworthy. Not cringeworthy, but like they could have did better. They did like the what's the Family Guy? We saw on Family Guy so much. The Family Guy Wheel of Fortune joke.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe South Park. Which one is that? When they said the S is like niggers, and it's like,
Yeah.
and actually it was naggers.
Yeah.
So
People who bother you.
so they pretty much do the same joke, whatever. But they in the I see cornhole in the back. They out here having a good time, and they playing what do you call that? Like the hangman.
Okay.
They playing hangman.
Very racist, by the way.
Super fucking racist, and we just let it be.
Yes.
They still play
I think
it.
we talked about that. Did we
we?
talk about that before? Just
Pop.
racist games?
Maybe, I don't know.
Because I think what's the same
Tic
thing
Tac
we
Toe
were
is
talking.
probably racist too. but
Yeah. Because we were talking about Monopoly, and I was like, "Damn, this is racist."
Monopoly's racist. We talked about
And
Monopoly.
then I don't know. I think we brought up Hangman. I was like, "Nigga, we're hanging a nigga."
This is my Mr. Potato Head socks on right now. Sock Daddy.
Sock daddy.
Got my Mr. Potato Heads on right now. But yeah, so they're playing Hangman outside with a big ass chalkboard, and she asks, it's like, this word is plural, and the girl's like, ooh, it's plural. So I mean, they got an S in it. And I was like, so yes, it's an S at the end, and Julia's like, ooh, I think I know. Is it an N-word? And everyone's like, girl, why would you say? Why would you say? She's like, no, like Navajos. And she's like, no. It's like, girl, what is wrong with you? And then she started spelling out, and she's like, oh, dancers, because it was like, who moves their body, whatever. It's like, oh, dancers. And she's like, I'm so sorry. She pulls out Young Miami's hair by mistake, whatever. Like, oh my God, what the fuck's wrong with you, bitch? It's like this texture is so good. Like, I don't. So they have all those dramas. They go to to wrap it up. They go to the reception, basically. Everybody doing the show. Like I say, black fucking excellence, man. Kim Wheatley's there. Anthony Anderson, Mama there. Sam J is on the other side, and she's like, so yeah, I don't know why I'm on the white side, but I think I feel like it should be a little more symmetry in this. Like, it should be on the other side, like aesthetically pleasing. But Andrew Schultz has his 2 lines. She's like, because they just put a toast for everybody's like, first thing he says, like, I stormed the Capitol. I stormed the Capitol. Ezra is a good man. He tried to stop me. He's a liberal cuck, but he tried to stop me. And then he said something like, the vaccine makes you gay. Like,
Makes you gay.
Like, he had like 2 lines with him. I'm like, it's cool. But and then fucking Mike Epps coming there. He's like, hey man, I just want to say a toast. Like, make sure you find a girlfriend that fucks with your wife. And I was like, what? He's like, I said the wrong shit. Sit down. And then Eddie Murphy just says he's like, hey man, I just want to put a toast. Normally this toast come tomorrow, but so say as he's not a degenerate. It's guy low key just like shading him. Like, he's like, I had the pleasure of knowing this man. Like, I had the luxury of actually knowing this man that's marrying my daughter. He's not coked out, degenerate, and he's not slightly racist, and just looking at everybody around the room, whatever, just making shots, subliminal styles, nigga. And and he's like, but Ezra is not like those people. He's not that person. But it's like, it's kind of shade, like, nigga, it's like, I can't believe you're not like the person. Like, you dumb nigga, I don't fuck with you. And then Ezra, checks him at the end. He's like, hey, thanks for saying that. He's like, thanks for not blowing up my spot. He's like, nah, I did that for my daughter. I didn't do it for you. He's like, I know you were. I knew you were this whole time. He's like, dog. He's like, you're not not the right person for my daughter. He's like, why? He's like, why? It's like, I don't know where to start. Like, start anywhere, nigga. Like, why? He ain't say nigga. But like, start anywhere. He's like, why? He's like, well, blah blah. He's like, dog, first of all, why were you at my bachelor party? You shouldn't have been there anyway. This for us to get wild and crazy. It's not about that. Those are my friends. That ain't me. And I did nothing but love your daughter. Like, great speech. He's like, I mean, I know what it is to be black, but I know what it is to be an asshole, and that's what the fuck you are. And just like walked away. Drops mic. And what do you call it? Then Julia comes up to Lauren and is like, "Oh, girl, what did she say? You wouldn't. Maybe you know this because you deal with hair, but like she said something about like, is this
She trying to number her hair?
Yeah, it's like a 3 curl or something like that. Something like that. Like,
this 4C hair?
Yeah, she's like, no. She's like, oh shoot, damn it. It's like, is this one piece or is it like? It's like, no, it's not. None. It's like, oh shit. It's like, I just saw the Chris Rock documentary, the bad hair, the good hair documentary, and his voice is so funny. He's like, yeah, but I didn't realize the struggle of black women's hair. I just didn't know, it's such a crazy thing. And so Lauren just like is fed up, like, bitch, if you say one more fucking word. And then she's like about to walk away. Grace was like, oh yeah, one more thing. What did she say? I forget what she said, but she said one more thing, and she's like, oh yeah, some. She's like, Shelly, I'm not a toy, which I love that line. It's like, I'm not a toy. Like, you can't just parade me around. Like, I'm sure you tell all your friends you got a black daughter-in-law. Like, and I'm like, no, fuck it, you do that shit. So she's like, I'm not a toy. She's like, oh, now you're gonna be offended. Now you're gonna feel like your feelings are hurt. My feelings aren't valid. None of that shit I said was valid. And Nia comes like, baby, you okay? She's like, actually, I'm not okay. And then she's like, Miss Shelley, are you okay? This is how niggas talk like that. Miss Shelley. we always, Miss Arlene. We gonna say the Miss on top of the name. So, her and Ezra talk, whatever. She's like, I think we need to talk. I don't know if she's gonna work. I don't know if she's gonna work either. And they kind of just split up for 6 months. And then Mike gets in Eddie's ass, no homo, and
Who, Mike Epps?
yeah, he's just like, yo, you kind of shorted the man. Like it was a cool dude. I told you that's that white Barry White right there, man. He over here is smooth as shit. He's listening to podcasts and talking and whatever, and pretty much get changing heart. He called Shelly up and he's like, we got to talk, got to get them back together, and then they get them back together. Bring them to, just like, funny meeting you here. Oh, funny meeting you here. Like, hey, we got to apologize. My bad. I was mad, disrespectful and inappropriate. And, they go up there, kiss, makeup. They do a little surprise wedding and, they get married. And that's pretty much it. They dance and shit. And, fucking Lala's twerking on this white guy, which I love. I fast forward, I'm like, that's a lot of ass right there.
It
like,
is. I don't know what Mello
first of
was
all,
thinking.
Laura Linden got ass. I didn't
A
know.
lot.
I didn't know. Was
Yes.
it always like that? Was it was like that in ATL?
No, she got her. I mean, it's probably because kids. I think she had a kid like relatively recently. I think her kid's somewhat young.
Let me see if I forgot anything. There's a moment in time where like she's trying to get this. I don't know what she does. She's like maybe something with fashion and style or something like that. Whatever, the advertising. She's going for this job, and both these guys have a Harvard sweatshirt on, and the guy's like, excellent, this is great, this is amazing. He's like, can I leave your sketches? He's like, absolutely, leave some sketches. It's like, actually, what year did you graduate at Harvard? Because I just want to, maybe we got the same people, whatever, maybe know the same people. It's like, oh, actually, I didn't graduate at Harvard, I graduated at Howard. He's like, oh, Howard, okay. Howard is like, yeah, it's like the Black Harvard. It's like Howard, okay. Like immediately you just knew you're not going to call back. I'm like, niggas don't put respect on black schools, man. They just don't. And shit, not to say why should y'all, but I don't. Do white people have honorary degrees? Because I think that doesn't help.
What do you mean?
Like they gave Diddy an honorary degree.
Who did? Howard?
Yeah, like he was at Howard, but he didn't graduate.
My mom went to school at Howard. I have a story about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Went to school with him?
Yeah.
Okay. She was at the parties?
Yeah. Then she said that it was corny.
I mean, I can see that.
Take that. What's up, Janice?
I mean, he probably he probably had like a little curl back in the day with a shirt back in the day. He probably
I don't know.
He probably was in love now. Like
I'm
he's
pretty
loved
sure.
Like
saying like, do PWIs give honoraries?
Yeah.
Believe so.
And like, who has them? Is what I want to know. Like,
I don't know. We can Google it.
I mean, I know Shaq has real degrees.
Yeah,
You
Shaq
know,
is real. Dr. Shaq.
Dr. Shaq. And but like some people just get honorary degrees. I'm like, I feel like that makes it look like a clown college a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it's dope, but like how the people perceive you.
Yeah.
Because like she's
like, what do you even get that for? Just to talk?
What is it? It's like
why do you get an
we
honorary
named the street
degree?
after you, nigger. It's like, okay.
Like, I don't understand the point of getting an honor. What does this do? I can't go to a job. Like, I didn't go to school, but
yeah,
I got this honorary degree. From,
what does that do? It's like I got this certificate.
Yeah.
I get a certificate from Chuck E. Cheese. Like, what the fuck you mean? That does nothing for you here, sir.
Yeah.
I don't care about your GP at Chuck E. Cheese. But it was a really, really good movie, and that's really what I want to talk about. Young Miami was in that bitch, getting her credits up. So like, thanks for marrying this white man. And but they had some lines in there which I appreciate.
I gotta watch this shit now.
But it
sounds
it is still
hilarious.
good to watch. It's still funny to watch. Like it's hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, maybe nothing long. I gotta watch The Last of Us, man.